मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में हमारे बीच है माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति भारत गणराज्य श्री जगदीप धनखड़ जी। हम आपसे अनुरोध करें आप अपना उत्प्रेरण हमें दें, लेकिन उसके पहले आपका एक संक्षिप्त परिचय। राजस्थान की राजनीति में एक जानी मानी शख्सियत
बोलने के लिए अध्यक्ष व्यवस्था के रूप में।
झुंझुनू आपकी जन्मभूमि के साथ कर्मभूमि भी रही है। अत्यंत यशस्वी, ऊर्जावान, सजग, सक्रिय, जनमानस से सीधे जुड़े व्यक्तित्व के रूप में पहचान रखने वाले किसान पुत्र के नाम से विख्यात देश के 14वें और वर्तमान उपराष्ट्रपति माननीय धनखड़ जी का जन सेवा से दीर्घ जुड़ाव रहा है। 1989 में राजस्थान बार काउंसिल से अधिवक्ता पंजीकृत हुए, फिर वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता पदनामित हुए। सन 1990 से आप सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में भी प्रैक्टिस करते रहे। देश के कई महत्वपूर्ण प्रकरणों में आपने पैरवी की। आप राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय बार काउंसिल के अध्यक्ष भी रहे। 1989 से 1991 में आप झुंझुनू से सांसद रहे। 1993 से 1998 में किशनगढ़ से विधायक रहे। 2016 में आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी के विधि और विधायी प्रभाग के प्रमुख रहे। 2019 में आप पश्चिम बंगाल के राज्यपाल नियुक्त हुए और 11 अगस्त 2022 को देश के 14वें उपराष्ट्रपति बने। देश के चहुमुखी विकास के लिए आपका योगदान अविस्मरणीय। माननीय से आग्रह है अपना उद्बोधन, अपना मार्गदर्शन हमें प्रदान करें। माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय।
नमस्कार, नमस्कार। लोकसभा के माननीय अध्यक्ष श्री ओम बिरला जी, राज्यसभा के माननीय उपसभापति श्री हरिवंश जी, राजस्थान के मुख्यमंत्री श्री अशोक गहलोत जी, राजस्थान विधानसभा के अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर सीपी जोशी जी, राजस्थान विधानसभा में नेता प्रतिपक्ष श्री गुलाब चंद कटारिया जी, देश के विभिन्न सदनों के पीठासीन अधिकारीगण और उपस्थित देवियों और सज्जनों, indeed a privilege and an honor to inaugurate this 83rd conference of All India Presiding Officers in the Pink City after a decade, and this is in Amrit Kaal. It carries momentous significance and a huge burden. मैं आशावान हूँ कि इस महत्वपूर्ण सम्मेलन में मंथन और विचार विमर्शों से अमृत निकलेगा, जो अवश्य ही हमारे देश और संसदीय व्यवस्था को अमृत काल में नई ऊर्जा देगा। Presiding officers hold august offices. In this capacity, we are not stakeholders in politics. Primary concern of presiding officers is optimization of the contribution of elected representatives in parliament and legislature for welfare of the people. People in the executive, legislature, and holding senior political positions, I am very particular about it. Those who hold high offices, they must take care that high constitutional offices are kept away from their political stance. We have noticed recently some serious observations that are transgressions. I would appeal to them to accord highest propriety to constitutional offices and not drag them into political arena. India is privileged to be heading G20 at a critical time. It is an opportunity to showcase capabilities of Bharat to the world. With such a sizable nation, the mother of democracy, such diversity and such potential, India has the chance to introduce itself to the world and demonstrate its power and prowess. This is going to be a milestone development. The conference is being held in the context of rising global profile of India. Friends, you are aware, our rise is unimaginable. The respect which India and Indians have in the world was never earlier to this extent. Today, we are in Amrit Kal of our independence, on way to, and this is very critical for this conference in particular, laying firm foundations of what Bharat will be in 2047 when we celebrate centenary of our independence. Honorable presiding officers, we need to make an effort that on some issues we rise above partisan stance. We must take pride in being Indians and be proud of our historic achievements. These achievements are due to collective effort and genius of our people, coupled with governmental initiatives both at the state and central level and affirmative policies. This development that has taken India to this level is a collective effort. Bharat is on the rise as never before. The world has acclaimed our COVID handling. Some of the recent milestones make us hold our head very high and in pride. In October 2022, India surpassed the United Kingdom. They were our rulers for long. We surpassed them to become the 5th largest global economy in the world. A great milestone and commendable achievement. By turn of the decade, we have no doubt, we will be the 3rd largest global economy. And friends, most recent development, we all talked when Suzuki car came to India, when we had its Maruti version. But very recently you would have seen India overtook Japan in auto sales in 2022, moving to the 3rd place for the first time in the world, an achievement we should all be proud of, a tribute to the skill and genius of Indian mind. Friends, we must believe in our achievements because our human genius is the basis of it. India has passed China. We have overtaken China to add most number of new unicorns startups valued at 1 billion or more. Startups and unicorns of fiscal dimension or 1 billion, we have overtaken China. This is an achievement as a result of perspiration, talent, commitment, direction of our people. Our rich human resource, skilled workforce, and affirmative government policies guided by the principle of more governance and less government contributed to a great growth trajectory that is continually upward. Bharat today is a favored destination of investment, innovation, and opportunities in the post-pandemic world. The country has shown resilience and Atmanirbharta in the wake of COVID. The world is surprised that we provided 230 crore vaccine doses largely free. Our vaccination certificates are digitally available. Let me inform this august House, even the most developed countries have not been able to make available vaccination certificates digitally available. We have done it. This is a huge achievement. And we believe in our age-old ethos, our civilizational mechanism. India delivered during COVID while handling the domestic situation 16.29 crore doses of vaccines to 96 countries. What an achievement. We were tackling the problems of our own people, and we were hand-holding those who were in need of it. And of this, friends, 1.43 crores were gifted. Through our vaccine Maitri mission, we have shown that we are a responsible partner in global welfare and growth. It is with this spirit, it is in this background and global cooperation, the largest democracy assumes the leadership of G20. Inspired and motivated, and what the world has ever respected, our age-old ethos, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we have given new mantra for sustainable development and inclusive prosperity of the world, and that was indicated by the Honorable Prime Minister. And look at the theme of it. One earth, one family, one future. We have followed it for thousands of years. We have given this mantra to the world, and 2023 will be a year fructifying it for global welfare. Friends, a sense of democracy, what does it mean? Democracy means prevalence, supremacy of the mandate of the people and securing their welfare. ये हम सबका सौभाग्य है कि भारत विश्व में लोकतांत्रिक विस्तार का प्रतीक भी है। हमें विश्व का सबसे बड़ा लोकतंत्र होने का गौरव है। इस परिप्रेक्ष्य में हमारी अधिक जिम्मेवारी है कि प्रजातांत्रिक मूल मुद्दों को इसकी मौलिकता को हम हर तरीके से प्रिजर्व करें। करंट सिनेरियो in parliament and legislatures is indeed a cause of concern. आपसे ज्यादा कौन जानता है कि विधान मंडलों में, लोकसभा में, राज्यसभा में